Rooftop Greenhouse Mystery. English teacher Detective Simon Sharkisle usually teaches at Seaside Academy, but whenever a mystery surfaces, people ask for his help. Sunday late morning, mist still beaded on the rooftop walkway. The brick grooves had turned the thin layer of red clay into a clingy paste. Simon Sharkisle reached the greenhouse with Inspector Grace Yoshiko and his son Natsuki. Mr. Arai, the young science aide, hovered near the door. Inside, caretaker Fujimoto sat woozily on an upturned crate, a cold pack at the back of his head. A metal watering can lay dented beside a bench. A reddish smear streaked the dent, but when Simon rubbed it with a thumb, only clay came away. Rows of shoulder-high benches and hanging shade cloth turned the interior into a green, broken view maze. A humidity cabinet stood open, its small brass padlock dangled from the hasp. Natsuki crouched at the threshold, tracing a fresh red crescent his sneaker had printed on the black rubber mat. Saki, a former student volunteer clutching a slim notebook, shifted. The pale rubber of her sneakers remained powder dry, while Arai's trainers showed a drying red rim. A faint drop of water clung to one lace. Natsuki drew in a breath, but Grace's voice cut across. Earlier, while Fujimoto had gone downstairs for the logbook, he had left the greenhouse door wedged half open. The wedge kept the door from closing, any nudge still made the top hinge chirp. Grace glanced toward the open vent slats high above. In theory, a slim person might squeeze through. Mr. Fujimoto, what do you remember? I stepped out to fetch the logbook, left the door wedged half open to keep it from closing, came back, turned on the mister, unlocked the cabinet, laid the authentication tag on the bench to write the accession number. After the mist started, I never heard that hinge. Before Arai could speak, Saki shot him a sharp look, as if warning him off. Saki moved in before Arai could add more. Inspector, he has a reason. That requisition list you cut, those culture media. He complained in the staff room. If the budget failed, selling a rare tag plugs a hole. Arai flushed. Ridiculous. I file forms, I don't steal authentication tags. But he was right there, Saki insisted. The lock is hanging open. Whoever grabbed the tag needed only seconds. He arrives, panics, snatches. The lock's open because someone unlocked it, Grace said evenly. Who had the key? Fujimoto touched his belt, the ring of thin brass keys chimed. One warded key was still sitting in the padlock's keyway. Strange, Grace murmured, the key's warm. He frowned. I must have left it in while I wrote. Convenient, Saki murmured. Grace lifted the dangling padlock. Does this cabinet ever just stay open? Only while I write the number. Seconds, Fujimoto repeated. Natsuki pressed his sneakers again beside Arai's broad prints, delighted at the matching prints. Dad, Arai's shoes and mine look the same. Simon crouched, fingertip following the drying chain of muddy crescents and then simply pausing. He didn't look up. Whoever comes in after a fresh mist. He let the fragment hang in the warm air. A faint rattle from the vent fan trembled through a pane. Outside, a distant club bell rang once and was swallowed by the damp hush. Grace said nothing.
Have you solved the mystery? Do you know the answer? Submit your answer at the site below. Scan the QR code on the screen or use the link in the video description to send it in. Outstanding answers will be featured in the comments section of future videos. See you next time for another mystery.